Hello. Hi, guys. Happy Friday. Welcome. Okay, I'm going to go hit my live button on Insta because I'm doing this live stream thing now, which is kind of new for me. I've been doing it for a couple weeks now. And hi, Insta. So we're going to get started today talking about some common gym mistakes that could possibly be delaying or sabotaging your results. So if you guys are here and you're jumping on, I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to jump on and join me. If you're here, say hi, give me a thumbs up. Let me know, hi, good morning, Insta. Let me know you're here and talk to me. Tell me where you're from. Give me some love. Tell me what's up. It's Friday and I'm super excited about the weekend. It's finally beautiful in Sun Valley, Idaho. The sun's out and it's not as cold today, so I'm excited about that. Hi, guys. Hi, Kendall. Hi, Kelly. Thanks for being here. So this is going to be short and sweet today. I'm going to try to keep it pretty concise. I don't want to overcomplicate this for you guys. And I really don't want to get too esoteric about it, but I kind of want to keep it pretty simple. And please let me know if you have any questions as you're joining. Hi, guys. If you do have questions as you're joining, pop them here. If I don't see them right away, I will definitely answer your questions going forward through the feed today. Okay, so I love this topic because it's something that I preach a lot in my programs, and I really want to talk to you. Now, this is going to be a little bit of this is going to be for you ladies out there. And in my tribe here at Facebook, there's a lot of women that are in my group. So I really want to speak to this because it's some really common things I see all the time that are really actually delaying your results. You're spending hours in the gym and you're not getting anything out of it, and it's frustrating and it leads to self-sabotage and just it's this downward spiral. So I really wanted to talk about that today. And so let's dive in. Okay, so first of all, I wanted to let you guys know that the number one mistake I see in the gym over and over again, and I actually saw it this morning, and I've seen this woman, I see her every day in the gym. And for months, her body has not changed. And if that's your goal, great. If she has different goals, okay. But I presume that her goal is to change her fitness and to change her body composition or her body shape. And I see her in the gym all the time. This morning I saw her again, and she gets on the treadmill and she runs at a very slow pace for 30 or 40 or even sometimes an hour the whole time I'm there. And she does it all the time, like every day, right? It's like this constant thing. She's constantly there doing it. And I'm sure she thinks she's doing everything right. Like that's, what she thinks is right. Now, she might get smaller. Her body actually might get smaller, but she's going to not change her body composition, meaning she's not going to burn fat, build muscle, and change the way her body is shaped and looks, right? So this is a very common mistake I see, is that the first thing we're going to talk about is too much cardio. And I don't even like that word. Like that word just turns me off right away. Like I just don't like it. So what I want to say to you ladies out there is if you're going to the gym and you're getting on the treadmill and you're doing this steady state cardio endlessly on the hamster wheel, and you feel like that's your best option to getting the results you want, losing weight, burning body fat, changing your body composition. Hi, Tammy. It's not the case, you guys. So stop. Did you hear me? Just stop. Do your body and your health a favor and your time and just stop. There, I gave you permission. So don't do endless steady state cardio on a hamster wheel, right? You're going to the gym. That's great. Congratulations. Like give yourself some grace. Like congratulations, you're going to the gym. You're doing more than 99% of the people out there by going to the gym. But I want to help you make the most of it, right? I don't want you to go there and waste your time and get frustrated. And when you get frustrated, you go into that vicious cycle, that sabotage, yo-yo dieting, throw your hands in the air cycle. So I want to help you with that. So please stop doing endless amounts of cardio, okay? Just stop it. The best way to improve your cardiovascular conditioning is to do interval training or HIIT, high intensity interval training. You hear that term all the time. But for some reason, no one's taking action, or not enough of us ladies are taking action, because in our minds, we think we're burning the most calories and getting the most bang for our buck by staying on the treadmill for a longer amount of time. And that's not true. Longer is not better. Okay, it's wasting your time, and it's actually delaying your results and even sabotaging your results. That's going to not change your body composition, you guys. The only thing that's going to really truly change your body composition is heavy lifting, the right nutrition, and interval training. It's got to happen. So I want you to think about doing less cardio and including HIIT training as part of your program. So getting out of the mindset of got to do cardio. I want you to shift that right now for yourself so that you can give yourself some freedom and understand that you can get 10 times the benefit. I'm going to say this again, 10 times the benefit with a shorter duration and more intensity. Now, I'm not saying that it's not going to be, I said it's simple. It's not easy. Right? I always say that it's simple. It's not easy. The programming can be simple, but when you get to that threshold and it's uncomfortable, that's where the magic happens. You've got to go through that resistance. When you're out of breath, when you're feeling like it's hard, that's when things start to change and shift in your body. So your body is an adaptive mechanism. It will adapt to any kind of, thing you put on it. So if you're constantly doing running, if you're constantly on the elliptical, if you're constantly on the stair climber and you're going into steady state for this 45-minute duration, your body's going to adapt. When you throw in that interval training and you really increase the intensity, it's going to definitely change your body shape, composition, and your fitness. Okay, it's the best way to do it. So that's my number one mistake I see, especially women doing, is they're on this cardio hamster wheel. Get off of it. I spent years doing it. Don't think I haven't, right? That was part of my mental obsession about exercise. It was a certain amount of time, and I'm being really honest right now, it was a certain amount of time I had to do it every day or I would beat myself up, right? But I've learned better ways. I'm sharing them with you. Don't do those things that I did. It hurt my hormones, it hurt my health, and it was detrimental to my health overall and long term. So stop doing that. Okay, so let's move on. So the next thing I want to talk to you guys about is the mistake I see so many of you, hi Instagram, I'm not ignoring you, is the mistake I see women make is they go straight into the gym, and I see it every single time I'm there, and I just want to go help them. But they walk into the gym and they look at the weight room, they look at all the guys, the dudes in there, like grunting and lifting heavy, and I see them shrink. And then they turn to the treadmill, right? Because that's comfortable. It's easy. It's something they can do and they feel like they're accomplishing something instead of facing that resistance and the hard and going into the gym and figuring out a program. So this is what I want to tell you guys. You have got to lift heavy weights. Do you hear me, ladies? You've got to put overload and progressive overload on your body in order to see a shift in your body composition and see the changes that you want. If that's your goal is to burn fat, to get in better shape, to have a shapelier figure, and to change your body composition, you've got to lift heavy weights. Now, what I mean by that is, I'm not saying go in there and try to hurt yourself. You do need specific programming from a qualified professional that is not just an Instagram influencer that's putting out random things on the internet. That is not a qualified person to give you a progressive overload program that will change your body composition. Okay, it's different and unique, right? So getting a good program in place for you that is going to challenge your muscles and put stressors on them so that they can grow, shift, and change is going to change the way your body looks and the way that your body feels. You're going to be stronger, you're going to look better, and you're going to have more confidence. So don't be afraid to lift, ladies. Now, a lot of people say to me, and I still hear this, and I just really want to attack this head on. You are not going to get bulky and big. I'm going to repeat that again. Weights are not going to make you bulky and big. They are not. They're going to change the way that your body looks for the better. It is so incredibly challenging to put muscle on for men and women, and even harder for women. And so what we get our minds caught up in is, it takes women years sometimes to build muscle mass. And it takes specific nutrition, specific training protocols with a very qualified professional trainer to put muscle mass on. It takes time, consistency, and a very specified program. It is not easy to do. And it has to be intentional to actually change and put muscle mass on, okay? So I really want you guys to understand that. I don't want you to get into this mindset of you're going to get big and bulky with weights. You've got to lift weights. Must. Okay, the next thing I want to talk to you guys about. So do you guys have any questions on that so far? Let me know if you do. The next thing I want to talk to you guys about is a lot of you, I see you doing the same thing every time you're going to the gym. And it's like for years, you're doing the same program And thanks, Gloria. Good morning. It's like you're doing the same program over and over again for years without a progressive overload, meaning you're not changing and shifting that program so that you can get the most bang for your buck and actually change and shift your body. And so I want to just talk to you about this for a second. So it's really important to understand that in my programs and what I preach is I give people programs 4 to 6 weeks max. Everybody gets a 4 to 6 week program max. Now, I do that because I think it's really important if you're a beginner and you're just starting in your journey with fitness, it's really important to master the movements, the basic core movements, push, pull, press, squat, that are going to help you get the best results. Okay, so my programs are, you really master the movement and you gain more confidence when you master those movements. You master that movement, you gain more confidence. It becomes easier for you to go to the gym because you don't feel like you don't know what you're doing, right? Does that land with you guys? Like you can actually get it done. Like you understand the program, you get the movements done, and then you get good at them, and then you keep going back because you gain more confidence. Now, I think the sweet spot is changing your program every 4 to 6 weeks. If you're more advanced and you're going for more specific goals, then I would say every 4 weeks, okay? But if you're not changing your program and progressively giving yourself overload, now that doesn't always mean increasing your weight. That can mean all kinds of different things. And so if you're working with a qualified trainer, if you're working with me, if you have a program with me, you know that. We go through progressions with your training program based on your goals that are specifically dedicated to you. So if you're not working with someone like that, let me know, I can help you. But you really want to make sure you've got a specific program that works for your goals. You're not just pulling something random off there, and that you're changing it every 4 to 6 weeks based on your level, your fitness level, so that you can gain the most results from your program. It's got to be intentional, you guys. It's got to be intentional. You can't walk in a gym and expect to have results when you don't have a proper program in place. You cannot expect that to happen. So if you're going to the gym, you're doing the same thing over and over again, you're not getting results, it's because you're not in a progressive overload program where you're taxing your muscles to actually physically change. Okay, it's very important for you to understand that. And with that, I just want you guys to know too, it's like, I'm going to make this my next one because this is really important. This is why my programs incorporate things at home, because I truly believe you do not need a gym to get a great workout, because I don't believe in the machines. I just don't believe in the machines. When you see all those people going to those places that have like this fixed set of workout, like this fixed set of machines that are in this circle, and they go through the circuit on these machines. Okay, great. Good for them for going to the gym. I think that's amazing, but I don't believe in that. So your body was meant to move in its own way. It's not meant to move in a fixed movement pattern. It's not meant to move on a piece of equipment that locks you into a fixed pattern. It's just not meant to do that. And if you're not properly trained in your muscles and your joints and your small muscle groups, your intrinsic muscles, I call them the go muscles instead of the show muscles. The show muscles are like your biceps, right? The go muscles are the supportive tissue and the small muscle groups around them. If you haven't strengthened those, you're going to set yourself up for injury when you go to get on a machine that's in a fixed plane of motion and your joints aren't strong enough and your small muscle groups aren't strong enough to take that load. Does that make sense? So this is actually, I was going to do something else for number 4, but this is number 4 for me. Don't use the machines. Learn how to use free weights. And that's why with all my programs, it's like you can use your free weights at home to do everything and to get in the best shape you can. You need to use kettlebells, free weights, and your own body weight in order to, get those movements down, because you're going to use your intrinsic muscles, the show muscles, and the go muscles. And you're going to move in a different range of motion. So that natural range of motion that your body is meant to be in is where you want to put the effort. You don't want to put the effort into a fixed machine that's going to force your body to go in a position it might not like. Does that make sense? Now, I know it's easy for people to just go and jump on a machine, and I get that. So congratulations for going, like I said, but I really want people to understand how to properly move with weights, kettlebells, and even those cable machines are significantly better than the fixed machines like you see at the gym. Now, there is a place for some of those machines in a training program that is meant to put on massive amount of weight or a massive amount of muscle mass for people. When I was training for shows, after my body's conditioned and my joints are strong, my intrinsic muscles are stable, I would get on leg press and do very, very severe heavy leg press. I would get on leg extension to do very, very heavy leg extension for direct hypertrophy to those muscle groups. That's different. For the general population trying to get in better shape and change their body composition, you really want to utilize free weights or kettlebells or the cable cross. And if you're at home, of course, you might not have a cable cross machine, but if you're at the gym, use that and learn to use it from a qualified person. I like to say if you're at the gym and you're working with someone that's not qualified and doesn't have the experience of working and training clients for all different goals, you just have a workout buddy. You don't have a trainer. Okay, so if you're looking for something specific and you even want someone to put something together for you so that you understand what that looks like, I do that as well. But you can also go to someone if you prefer and get a specified program that's for you. It's really important to do that, you guys. Okay, so is this helping you guys? Is this landing with you? You guys getting this? I know that a lot of you have popped on, so let me know. Give me thumbs up. Let me know that this is helping you. I really, this is something that's I really love talking about because I see these mistakes all the time, and I just really want to jump in and I can't because no one's asking me to. But if I see you at the gym and you're in my group and I recognize you, I will help you. But I'm just telling you, it's hard for me because no one's asking me, but I just want to like tap them on the shoulder and say, can I please help you? But anyhow, the next thing I want to talk to you guys is so important and so overlooked. It's mobility, cool down, and stretching. Oh, I see women do this all the time. They're in a hurry, right? And so they spent 45 minutes on the treadmill, which is a waste. It's just a waste. You guys just don't do that. Go in with intention. Do some HIIT training after your weightlifting program. After you lift your weights, after you do your program, get on the treadmill, maybe do some sprints, get on the interval, do some high intensity intervals. Really do that. Don't get on the treadmill and waste 45 minutes of your life. Spend your time outside enjoying your happiness activity, which is in my programs. Go for a walk, go for a hike, go for a bike ride. Get outside and move that way. Don't spend it on the treadmill, wasting your energy. Just don't do it. Okay, so let's get to this cool down and stretch thing. This is super important because I want to share with you guys this. It's like your body you've got a lot of cortisol and stress hormone when you're pushing your body, when you're in that intense place, right? When you're pushing you through that uncomfortable zone, especially if you're doing HIIT, your body's going to release a lot of that stress hormone. It's necessary. It's necessary at that moment. But you've got to get it out of your system before you move on with your day. So if you're like me, I'm an early morning exerciser. Most of the time I'm an 8:30 kind of exerciser. Sometimes I have to do it earlier like I did today to be here with you. But I really like morning workouts. Number one, it's because I'm in a fasted state, which I talked about in lots of my videos. But number two, I really, really like to use that extra cortisol because you have a surge of it around 8 a.m. naturally in your body. And I use that so that you can actually get a little bit more energy and then you can clear it out of your system fast. So what I mean by that is I usually am done working out by 9:30. And at that time, I take time to cool down and stretch, work on my mobility, and try to allow my body to relax, to release that cortisol and get it out of my system. Because if you can imagine like you're running, sprinting on a treadmill, or if you're on the bike doing a HIIT interval program right after your workout, your body's like pumped up. It's full of cortisol. It's like going through your veins, but you don't want to take that cortisol with you. You don't want to take that stress hormone with you. You want to leave it at the gym, right? Or you want to leave it at home, whatever it is that you're doing, right? So you want to leave it at the gym. So the way that you do that is you have to have a nice cool down and stretching program so that you can get some of that hormone out of your body and then move on with your day so that you're not in that heightened stress state, because that's where we don't want to be. That's where, that cortisol works against us instead of for us. Does that make sense to you guys? So I want to go back into this HIIT interval training really quickly before we end our Fitness Friday today, because I really want to talk to you guys about this thing. It's like, if you feel like you have to go to the gym to get a good HIIT workout, you're wrong. Tabata, HIIT, interval training, you can do at home with your body weight. And there's lots of ways to do that. You don't need a treadmill. You don't need a bike. You don't need anything. It can be in your home. And there's great ways to get your heart rate up and get that high interval intense training within, 8 to 10 minutes. You can do a Tabata in 8 minutes. You can do a Tabata in 4 minutes and really gain tons of benefit. So the way that you would do it are things like high knees, are burpees, squat jumps, plyometric exercises, mountain climbers, side skaters, I like to call them. There's all different ways you can get your heart rate up into that Tabata training that I do a lot with my programs with my clients in my group programs, as well as my one-on-one programs, that can help you get that same result without having to pay extra to go to a gym. Okay. So I want you to keep that in mind. You don't have to go to a gym to get that. You can also go outside and do your interval training on a hill, on a mountain, out in your neighborhood, and do, you know, a 30-second sprint and then slow it down to a regular jog. 30-second sprint. You can do that, right? There's different ways. You don't have to belong to a gym. So if you have hand weights, if you have dumbbells at home, awesome. You've got everything you need. Don't overcomplicate it. So I'm going to leave you with one more thing. I've gone through my 5, so I really want you to pay attention to these is, you know, don't overdo your cardio. Lift heavy weights. Change up your program, right? Don't use machines. Use hand weights. Use free weights. Use barbells. Use the cable machine. Cool down and stretch. Let your body relax after a workout. Get rid of that cortisol. But I do want to leave you with one thing. I don't want you to overcomplicate this. Right? Don't overcomplicate your program. If you have a good program that's in place and you're getting help with that, don't overcomplicate it. A lot of times I see women, they think they have to use like all of this fad equipment out there. Listen, I didn't get on stage using a Bosu ball. I didn't change my body using these weird tools and things that are out there in the gym now. I changed my body composition by lifting heavy weights. And I very, very rarely, except for some of my really high intense leg days, did I get on a leg press or a leg extension machine. It's all about free weights. It's all about hand weights. It's all about barbells. It's all about cable cross. Don't get in the habit of getting on the machines. Keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate it and think you need all of the new gadgets out there that they sell you. Okay, just don't. You don't need them. You need very, very little equipment, but you need focus and you need a good program. Okay, and you need intention. Oh my gosh, I'm almost at 20. I'm at 22 minutes. I'm almost at 20 minutes, you guys. I keep going over. I always have a lot to say. Okay, if you guys have questions, let me know, and I will absolutely answer your questions here. If you need help with the training program, if you need motivation, if you need someone to be accountable to, if you need some tough love nurturing and compassion, I actually call it compassionate tough love. If you need that, I'm your person. If you want long-term lasting results without quick fixes, I'm your person. I like to say that I don't believe in that quick fix because it's a Band-Aid. And really, I don't believe in Band-Aids. I want to give you solutions for life. And that's what my programs are about. It's about teaching you things that will help you throughout your life, to actually really slay the dragon, to get you off the yo-yo diets, to stop the gimmicks, right? And to really understand the root of it so that you can be your healthiest, most fit, and active self for life, and lose weight for life and keep it off and not have it to be so strenuous and stressful, and have it be balanced, right? So I hope you guys take me up on, if you're in my free group, my group here on Facebook and Instagram, you can pop over if you want. I offer a 5-day free challenge. And it's really interesting to me. Not a lot of you guys have taken me up on it lately. And if you're new to the group, please do. It's free. Like there's really no reason why you can't. And it's a little taste of what the workouts look like that I've put together for the 5-day free challenge that you can do at home. And it gives you a little taste about, you know, what I'm all about. And it can be simple. It's not always easy, but it can be simple. So don't overcomplicate it, right? Make it simple. And this is a great way for you to get a little introduction into what I do. So if you want to take me up on that, awesome. I'll put the link here. But if you do want to get in touch with me, I always offer a 15-minute free consultation and a goal-setting consultation for everyone. So if you guys want to take me up on that too, just hit me up. And I'll put the link to both of those here in our Fitness Friday. Okay, you guys, I hope you have a fabulous weekend, and I hope this was helpful to you. If it was and you find it helpful, I'll pop it up on YouTube, and you can always share it there, or you can tag someone that you think might want to hear this today or might need to hear it. Okay, have a great weekend, you guys. Bye.